Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Beyond the Sewing Room. I'm Diane. So today I thought I'd share with you this latest make because I did say in a previous video that I was going to make this and I would share the end result with you when it was finished. So I did wear in a previous video the pink version of this and I made it with the sleeves, the short sleeves. So it was this one right here. So it was version C. But this one I wanted to do something a little different. So what I've done is I've still made version C, so it looks more like A really, but I've still done the tie at the front like this, and I'm going to explain a few things that I've changed. So the way that I've done it, you can use slightly less fabric if that's what you're aiming to do. I have explained in previous videos how it's great to use less fabric, so less waste. And also I think for the summer it works really well to use less fabric because the bodice on this dress in the previous video, that one is lined. And because it was such a light colour, it was pale pink, I did also line the skirt on that one too. So better for a light pale coloured fabric because you don't want it to be see-through. But sometimes in the summer you just want something that's one layer and that's really floaty and breezy and you're not going to get too hot and sweaty in it. So that's what I've done with this one because I've made this in time ready to take with me on my holiday. So I'm going to include some photographs of me wearing it. I'm taking it with me. I'm going to finish up the video when I get back. So hopefully I'll have some videos of it out and about so you can see it a little clearer on me and I'll insert those videos. So it's McCalls 7381. I'll pop an image up here as well so you can see it more clearly because somebody did say they couldn't see the pattern clearly in one of the comments. So I'll make sure that you can see it clearly on the screen. And what I've done is I've cut the layer for the bodice just once. Now in the pattern instructions you do cut a layer and then you cut a layer for lining. Now you can also do that in lining fabric or some other just plain fabric that you have if you're short of fabric that way and you want to make it as per the instructions. So that's something to think of. Don't think you have to use your best fabric inside and out. You can line it with something different. So that's one thing you could do. I've just done one layer, as I said, to keep it nice and light. And then the thing with that is the sleeves, the way that you face them. We've still got the facing pieces down the front look, so that's in the main fabric. So they've been kept the same. But the back neck, I've used a bias tape. And then on the sleeves, I've used a bias tape. So I've just used a blue and I used what I already had because I already had pieces left over. And sometimes when you get to the end of a roll, you'll find that if you've used navy a few times in the past, you'll just have a smallish piece left. Always keep them because they come in handy for things like this, for binding sleeves. So I had enough on 2 rolls that were coming to an end to do each sleeve, both in a navy colour. And I've just bound the sleeves that way in the navy and I think that works really well. And just done the same across the back neck. So you need to make sure that you bind your back neck, if you're not lining it, before you add your front pieces to it at the shoulder. So that's what I've done there. And then, as I said, I've kept the tie. So I really do like this feature on it. I wasn't sure if it would look great on, but it looks really nice on and it sits really nice. And as you can see, we've got these pleats here that are stitched in at the top. And also that means that it falls really nicely when you tie it at the front, so they sort of drape across. On the pink one I did add a couple of prestos here, but having tried this one on, this one doesn't need it at all. And I think that one was, although it's the same kind of fabric, it felt lighter at the front. Maybe it was interfacing used, I'm not sure, but this one I have used interfacing again, but it just feels just more substantial at the front. So as you can see, it hangs really nicely. And then we've also got these nice pleats here at the front where it comes up into this sort of V section, which I really like. And then at the back, we've just got elastic. So it's just elastic, which is sewn into, you don't make a separate casing. What you do is you just stitch your back seam and then you stitch away from it again right up to the edge of the seam allowance and you leave an opening each side and just thread your elastic through on either a safety pin or a bodkin. You could use a large blunt darning needle if you don't have either of those things. And that just pulls it in. It just pulls it in at the back. So it just pulls over the head. We haven't got any zips or buttons or anything. So it's great for that. So I'm really pleased with it. I made it over a couple of days because I started it one evening, just I cut it out in the day, just casually did a bit one evening and then finished it off yesterday. So no rush, just enjoyed the process of making it. And I just do think I'll be making this dress in the future for years to come because it's just such a lovely pattern. So really one I would recommend. And also if you want it for the winter months, you could do it in a slightly heavier fabric and go for the long sleeved version. So you could do that version if you want a more substantial dress and just change up your fabric choices. So that's that. So I just thought I'd share those few things with you. I've got a few sewing alterations to be getting on with before I go away. So I've got a few dresses to take up for someone, and also one that needs taking up, but I need to do it from the waist and take the whole waist off because it's got a lovely border print at the bottom of the dress. So I have to do that one a little differently. So that's what I'm up to today. So what I'm wearing today, these are my wide leg jeans that I made some while ago, and they are in a pale denim. And then this top's tie front top with elastic at the back. And this is from a Bird magazine pattern, but I actually recycled a handmade dress that I made and then remade it into this blouse a little while ago. And there's pockets on the jeans, look. And they're a wide leg. Tip it down so you can see. Wide leg. My rubbish bag for my sewing in the background there. Yeah, so the jeans that I'm wearing today, it's this pattern, Simplicity, and it's 8701, and I have said in the past I'm going to be making these again. I have got the denim for them. I bought them from Annie. Bought it from Annie's a while ago, and I haven't made it yet because it was coming up to summer, because it's such a dark, heavier denim. I didn't want to make it right now. I've just saved that for the autumn, so I will be making them again. I might make them a little narrower next time though. They are very wide. So that's that. And as I said, this pattern is from a Bird magazine, and I do love it because it's proper shirt with a yoke at the back, and it's got this lovely tie detail. And I didn't have to go out and buy extra fabric because I do like to reuse things. So if there's things I'm not wearing, I have talked about this in the past, if there's things I'm not wearing, I like to remake them into something else, and I suggest you do the same rather than always buying new. You've probably got fabric that you still love, and there's always something you can do with it. So this one, it was just a straight dress with a tie at the back that I made, not a lot to it, so it was quite simple. But I made this blouse and I faced it in different fabrics, look. So under collar is plain black, facings, the outer collar on the underneath is plain black, and anything again like using bindings on the sleeves, cutting the pieces for the tie part in separate pieces rather than all in one piece because that uses more fabric. So I cut the pieces that go to a point separately and then stitch them on to the main pieces. So just things like that, and then used buttons that I already had. So now I've got something that I'll wear, and I'll wear more often, and it's also saved that garment from just going into landfill or being shipped off to the charity shop. So just something to think about with reusing. So reusing is not just for other things, it is for clothing too. So go through your own wardrobe first and see what you can make or remake. So I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you so much for watching today. Let me know what you think of the dress, and also if you've made this dress before. I would like to see any comments, what you've used, what kind of fabrics you've used, what's worked best. So if you've made it in a heavier fabric for the winter, please let me know about that, because that might be something I want to do in the future, and you can let me know if that worked out well for you. And also if you've remade any of your clothes like I have into something new, I would love to hear about that. Remember to like and subscribe, and thank you so much for watching today. Bye for now.